I would like you to know I am not awarded this slot in the program because my speech is the best. It's because I am the oldest. But I would hope it is your favorite speech because it is the last. I will try to make it the shortest as well. I wish each of you could have the vantage point that we enjoy as those who get to sit on this stage. What a beautiful group of young ladies and gentlemen, and to be flanked by these loving family members behind you is truly a picture that I cherish. It is wonderful to see you all here today. Graduates, congratulations on earning this very special day. For each of you, the work required to receive this diploma began many, many years ago. The challenges over the past 13 years have been extensive, with commendable requirements at each stage of your development. There were building blocks and monkey bars, math cubes and spelling lists, science fairs and glue sticks, and that was just to get through kindergarten. The years that followed had fancy cursive handwriting, the memorization of times tables followed by long division, and the mastery of a persuasive essay. The years moved on and the curriculum intensified. There was the Pythagorean theorem, Bernoulli's equation, the gross domestic product of Brazil, and the ability to compare and contrast characteristics necessary for the development of a sustainable civilization around the world. There have been competencies, recitals, debates, and competitions, art projects, musical and dramatic performances, and championships of all kinds that we've heard about today. Beyond the classroom walls, I know these years have brought you friendships and real-life experiences that are equally important in the formation of who you are today. Captured in these years are the memories that will forever be the favorites of your generation. You have your favorite places, your favorite songs, your favorite stories, your favorite movie stars, your favorite jokes, your favorite sayings. I know, right? I think that's what you say. I know, right? I don't get it, but somebody told me to say that. So I'm just going to say YOLO and I know, right? Now, if I were the one in high school, I'd be telling you if I was really excited, I'm so stoked. That's the part where your parents are supposed to get. And if I was really, really down, I'd say I'm so bummed. You don't have to get that, but they would, okay? You probably didn't think about having a contest this week to see which senior could play Hotel California over and over and over enough times before somebody's parent came screaming into the room uncontrollably and ripped the turntable out of the wall. Now, I can tell you what a turntable is, but it's going to make this speech a lot longer. So if you want to know afterwards, I'll be standing over here in the back corner and I can tell you all about turntables. Or you can just look it up on Google later. But you see, graduates, here's what I need to explain to you tonight. This road you've been on to get to your diploma, for you it has been a long, long process. That's because you're young. But for the rest of us, it's just yesterday since you started. That's because we're old. Most of you were probably born in 1995. For the rest of us, that really was just yesterday. In 1995, there were a whole bunch of other seniors wandering around on this campus. They were talking about other stories and other funny jokes, and they had their sayings. They were talking about movies like Apollo 13 and Braveheart. They were hanging out in the Commons. They were giggling about things like, no soup for you, or Houston, we have a problem. They were cruising through the parking lot with their windows rolled down. Their radios were playing things like music from Boyz II Men and Mariah Carey. Okay, I know you're all gonna go, ew, but if they were here, they would say, oh yeah, rock on. When those seniors left Douglas High in 1995, they were headed off to college or to take their first job, and what mattered to their professors or to their new boss was that they show up on time. They needed to be ready to go every day. They had to be reliable. They had to be ready to work hard. They needed to have a positive attitude, and they had to promise to do the very best they could. It mattered to be a good person, and they needed to try to make the world a better place. They knew the music and the movie stars would change with time, but what truly matters stays the same. Now I get to look out here today and I see this wonderful connection across the generations. And I know there are grandparents out there, right?
Yep.
I can hear you. I know you're there. You're here to support these kids. And you know what, seniors? I'll bet most of your parents were born in the 60s or 70s. So guess what? The grandparents are going to tell you they remember like yesterday when your parents were born. And if your mom was probably born around, oh, I don't know, we don't want to embarrass anybody, let's just say 1970. The radios were playing Let It Be and Bridge Over Troubled Water. And there was this funny looking little guy on TV who was saying, it isn't easy to be green. Now, being green back then was different than if you go around today saying you're trying to be green. But I'll be over here later to explain what that means. And Butch and Sundance were on the big screen. They're riding all around on their horses, and they're frantically saying, who are those guys? But I'll be over here later to explain that if you want to know what that means. And the seniors back then were graduating and heading off to college. And they knew that what really mattered to their professors and their next boss was that they show up on time and they're ready to work hard and they're reliable. They had to have a positive attitude and they had to do the very best they could. What mattered was be a good person and try to make the world a better place. They knew the movies were going to change, the movie stars would be different, the music would change, but what really matters would always be the same. Now, just for fun, I'm going to go back one more step. Somebody out there was born in 1960. The big TV shows back then, Gunsmoke, and the other one, I can hear it up in the hills. If we really listen not too far from here, it was called Bonanza.
Yeah.
I'll be over here later to explain. Now the quote around the comments, because yeah, we had cafeterias in 1960. Back then was, smile, you're on candid camera. I could go back one more group, but then we'd be talking about sitting around a radio and listening to the radio at night because they didn't have TV. The radios were playing Elvis Presley songs all summer long, and the teenagers were dancing to Chubby Checker's big hit, The Twist. Now YouTube has all of this, so that'll be your summer assignment. My message for our seniors today is it really wasn't that long ago. Time marches on, everybody. And even though the movie stars change and the music's going to change again, the important things stay the same. If you're lucky enough to have family, please go home and have the conversations this weekend and really listen to these people who love you. They can teach you before you head out on your big journey. Ask them to tell you what it was like when they were your age and they went off to college and they started to work. What did they have to go through to build a company or earn a degree or learn a trade? The generational wisdom that you have access to today will not always be there. So to the parents and the grandparents and even the great-grandparents who are here today, we applaud you for your guidance, your love, your patience and support that brought these children to this important milestone today. I applaud you for your amazing work. Teachers and administrators who are here today, I thank you for your work that goes in day after day and year, and you try to make every student's experience a success to make their dreams come true. Your contributions are the gifts that can last a lifetime for these young ladies and gentlemen. I love a quote that is attributed to the great artist Michelangelo, who once said, "I saw an angel in a stone, and so I carved to set him free." This ceremony is the culmination of your collective work as well. And so class of 2013, it is your turn now to pursue the dream. Go get your goal, show up on time every day, be reliable, be ready to work hard, have a positive attitude, and do the very best you can. Make the world a better place, be kind and be helpful, because time marches on, and the important things do not change. So for our Board of Trustees, having met all of the requirements for graduation from Douglas County School District, present to you the grade 5 Douglas High School's class 2013.
Thank you, Dr. Newton.
Don't humor him.
Now they're saying, what do we do next?
It's right here.
Oh, do they have one? They better do 4 in the car.
Kid next to you. Wake up, Joseph. See how he sees.
They're just going to take the boxes, throw them out of the crowd. They're going to find them.
Cool. Have fun. Okay. That worked for me.
John Connor Holman. David Patton Ogles. Karina Hugama Bell. Camille Anais Labadie. Lily L. Steinbrook. Kate Marie Baker Wright. Lane Austin Leroy Stevens. Corey Nicole Craig. Bailey Leanne Gum. Emily K. Hales. Diana Laura Regalado. Ariana Nicole Petrosky. Holly Nicole Kerrigan. Connor S. Peterson. Benjamin Jeffrey Meyer. Caitlin Annette Kluver. Catherine Colleen Pacheco. Kelsey Rose Enter. Jeannie Mae Stokes. Sasha Mae Eubank. Manuel Benitez Murillo. Jordan Louise Gutierrez.
They're disciplined, all the students pick their partner and then when they get up there, they can
Andrew Joe Martinez. Logan Scott Croxall. Ross Calvin Miller. Savannah Kylie Roberson. Lacey Marie Marsh. Cassandra Ann Giannoni. Brenda Marie Sanchez Hernandez. Cody Ryan Hayes. Connor Grant Greth. Bradley Chance Roberts. Dylan Robert Waldrop. Mariah Nicole Downs. Anthony Robert Araujo. Britton Wade Hamilton. Emily Elizabeth Rogers. Michaela Nancy Brewer. Kyle Patrick Racino. Stephanie Ann Harutunian. Madison Alexandra Fellows. Andrew Trent Galloway. Dylan Tyler McKenzie. Shane Mitchell Patton. Kendall Marie Huber. Joel Arthur Kaufman. Nolan Michael Sheets. John Matthew Benton. Matthew Cameron Tollefson.
Taller than me.
Katrina Alyssa Olson.